Sorry for the late stream, guys. I got home and I was just so exhausted from leg day, and I was like, I'm gonna take a little minute. I'm gonna take a minute. Everything's going so well. I've got multiple flips in closing with the end buyer right now. We're mid rehab on my other flip. Um, we have 2 wholesale deals closing today. And these are just my wholesale deals. Y'all probably have more than that closing today. Like Mike in the chat, you got 11K closing tomorrow, right? That closes tomorrow. Is that right? Or I'm sure some shit will happen and it will close Friday. Mike, if I'm being real, they say tomorrow and then some shit happens and it's like, oh, well, we're waiting on the insert random bullshit and then it closes Friday. Like I'm sure something is going to happen. Is this method doable in Canada? Yeah, I've got this rental property in Atlanta, Georgia, which is not Canada, but the guy who found it for me was a Canadian citizen, and I gave him 6,000 Canadian, and that was like 2 years ago. So absolutely, you can do this in Canada. It's not that you're doing this in your city in Canada. It's more so that you can do it in the United States from Canada, if that makes sense. I'm going to tilt my camera a little so you see less of the wall and more of me. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better angle. Scoot in here. Okay, Indianapolis was supposed to close last Friday. That's how it goes. So much shit happens in closing. Guys, if you're ever tempted to be a TC, let me just tell you this: don't. Do you need an attorney to draft up the contracts? No, the realtor does the contract for you. You got to do your own contract if it's off market, but the realtor does the contract for you otherwise. So if you're just joining us today, I'm going to be spending about 2 hours here just helping people out. I might make some calls. I'm in the market for another Detroit fix and flip. Everybody tells me, Richard, I have a Detroit fix and flip. And I look at it and it's like, dog, I'm going to lose 30K on that shit. What does TC stand for? Transaction coordinator. It's so that you don't have to deal with title. Title is a nasty mess, and we never really want to deal with title. There's probably about 100 emails back and forth on every single closing between title, asking for things, documents, problem, big headache, and the TC solves it. And if you've been through closing before, as Yusuf has been, shit happens. Shit happens. And a transaction coordinator just makes it so much easier. Okay. So really quickly, I'm going to check out this house that this guy dropped. I've asked about the trust, revocable trust. Okay, here is his property in Indianapolis. I own in Indiana. I don't own in Indianapolis, but I like the market. It's like another Detroit almost. It's like Cleveland or Detroit, slightly more expensive. Okay, I'm looking at your house right now. First instinct is could go rental, could go fix and flip, could kind of go either way. I'm sharing my screen on this, guys. This is a fully new deal. Is bro still in the chat, Mr. Sandy, Miss Sandy? How many people do you have working for you? Are we talking people in my Discord who find deals for my company to wholesale, or are we talking like employees on payroll? Okay, looks like he owes around 62. Bought it in 2007 for 66. So took out a mortgage in 2017. Okay. All right. I see. Let's see what it rents out for, and let's see if there's any fix and flips. I'm kind of torn as to which strategy I would use on this. It's going to be a lump sum offer. It's probably not going to be a creative finance offer. How do you split the ownership? I use a company called Gold Key TC. I never do any of that myself. Do you have a lot of people in your Discord? Much less than I used to. I have about 7,100 people in my Discord now. I think we peaked at 13,200 people. That was something else. We didn't have the infrastructure to handle that many people at that time. However, we do now. Hoping to get the numbers up. I think the main root of the issue stems from people join the Discord. They get immensely confused and they say that I've scammed them. And I'm like, dog, I've been live for 3 hours. Where are you? And they're like, there was no live stream. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to do. We got customer support working like 8 hours per day just to direct people into the Discord. But the reality is we got over 7,000 members. I got 163 people in my live stream right now, which is fine. I'm no longer upset about the low live stream numbers. I've begun to accept it. More so, I'm thinking there's probably a couple hundred people who hate me right now, who just signed up for Hold My Hand Wholesale, and they're absolutely furious that there's nothing happening. And they're like, well, I don't get it. This is useless. And I'm like, well, I'm live right now, bro. You just need to join the stream. I'm going to let everybody know in the chat. At everyone, I am live. A lot less than we used to have. I don't exactly know what's contributing to that, but I'm starting to make peace with it because we are doing pretty well. I'll say this, if we had steadily climbed to the place where we are now, rather than spiking to 13,000 and getting to the place where we are now, I'd have a totally different mindset. Because at the end of the day, that's, it's still making like 175K a month with prop stream and everything else. And then wholesale deals are just money on top of that. So I honestly should be very happy with where it is. Okay. Looking at Colorado Avenue, the link is in my bio for that. Colorado Avenue could be a rental. It could be a fix and flip. I'm leaning towards fix and flip on this. I don't know what kind of area you're in, but we'll find out. The first thing I'm going to do when analyzing a new property on Zillow is I'm going to throw it into Zillow or Zillow Rent Estimator. I'm going to take it off Zillow and I'm going to throw it into Zillow Rent Estimator. That's a free program. Holy shit. Oh my God. You rent out for $1,900 a month. My goodness. Wow. Was not expecting that. Were we expecting that? Oh my, welcome, Jamel. Hopefully I said your name right. Welcome. Was anybody expecting that? Oh my gosh. I know I was not. My goodness. So that's really great rent. You've got excellent rent. If bro is still in the chat, I just want to let you know your rent is phenomenal. And that's going to help me a lot. Now, what should I do with this? I have a deal. I'm currently JVing in Michigan, but no buyer is serious about buying. Sounds like it's not a deal, dog. Okay, as I look around here, I'm going to look at some of your rentals in the area. Zillow, what an interesting thing you just said. You just said 1,900. Let me see if that's accurate. So it's a 5-bed, 1-bath. That's a lot of bedrooms you've got here. I'm going to click sold or not sold. I'm going to click for rent. And I'm just going to look around. You've got a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,300 for, okay, I'm thinking closer to 1,700. I think Zillow's kind of capping about that. Here's a 2-1 for 1,150. So you're definitely going to do well, like 16, 1,700. Now what about the condition? Does the condition support a rental? Well, your roof looks like it's got some life left on it. Your siding looks like it's seen better days, but not terrible. Interior wise, you seem to be fine. You seem to be okay on the interior. I think some things would come back if we were to get it inspected, but it doesn't look terrible. Looks to be okay to me. Just a little rough around the edges. All right. Mechanicals. Okay, mechanicals. Your water heater's definitely needing a repair, and then we're looking at some issues with the furnace as well. Okay. I'm slightly leaning towards fix and flip. Just, you get the boards on the back door. You got different color siding, and then we get that structure in the back. So if it were a rental, I'm thinking we'd probably have to get a pretty steep discount just because of not a discount, concession. I'd probably ask for concessions. I think I'd probably offer you like 100K, and then I'd ask for concessions for the things that we need to renovate here if it were a rental. Concessions are really cool, guys, because it's money that gets kicked back to the buyer at the close of escrow. So you can get a discount, right? You can get a discount on a house, and that's all well and good. But at the end of the day, what does your discount do? It lowers your down payment slightly. What's the, you think about like, well, I got a house for 110K. And then I dropped the price to 100K for the buyer. How does that change the deal? It's $10,000 off, and 10,000 is no small amount, but is it really like 10K off? Is it really like a 10K difference? No, not really. I mean, let's look at a calculator right now. The difference between 110,000 on your down payment and 100,000 is 22 versus 20. You owe 126 on it. What's your monthly payment, Sandy? What's that monthly payment? This is helpful information. Kind of lets me know where I need to be on my offer. So the difference between 110 and $100,000 is not $10,000. I know it seems like it's 10K, but it's not. What it is a 2K difference in the down payment. And as far as your monthly payment, I mean, your monthly payment with 110 is $585. Your monthly payment with $100,000 is $532. It's a $50 difference. So what is a concession? What does a 10K concession do? Well, concessions are measured in percentages, and it's nice because the buyer gets money kicked back from the seller when they close. So if your down payment was normally 20K on a 100K purchase and the seller gives you a 5% concession, that's $5,000 that you get back at the close of escrow, almost like you only had to put down 15K. Isn't that a cool thing? Really cool. So we see a lot of the times that our buyers are now asking for concessions on a rental property. So rather than negotiating down on the price, because that, we just saw that barely changes anything, we should actually negotiate a 6% concession. That's massively helpful. Hey, what's with Ohio wholesale restrictions? Oh, you just have to tell the seller that you're going to pass it off to your business partner, and you got to have them sign a document saying that that's okay. A great way to explain that to them is, hey, I'm going to create a new LLC for this property, and this is actually going to be closed on by that new LLC, which I literally do for my purchases. In Detroit, I have an LLC called Tacoma Street LLC, which I created specifically for Tacoma Street, right? Tacoma Street. Anyways, this is not a fix and flip because of the it's not a fix and flip because of his mortgage. Bro owes 100 and he owes 126 on it. So I kind of want to I think there's some issues. I'd give him, like, depending on his monthly payment, I'd give him some money to take over the debt. I'll pay the 6K in closing costs we'll have, and I'll give you $5,000 in cash to take over your debt. Why not more than $5,000 to take over the debt? Well, a couple things here. A couple things. I'll show you two things that are concerning to me. So the first thing that's concerning to me that I'm thinking, oh, we're definitely going to have to address that. Your shed in the back is falling apart. Like, you see how it's leaning and the roof is cooked? Look at that door. The door is leaning forward. Like, the entire front frame of it is leaning forward. And then the roof, you got to fix the roof as well. The other thing that I was concerned about, let's see if I can find it, was going to be the way that the furnace attaches to your wall. Looks like there's some sort of water damage, some sort of intrusion there. Your roof looks fine. Roof is fine. I'm not concerned about the roof. Where did your furnace go, though? Where's that picture? You've got the furnace. Yes. This is concerning to me. This is definitely a concern. I think we need a whole new furnace in here, and I think we need a new water heater, because that's a water heater from 2005. That's a really old water heater. Maybe we don't need a new furnace, but this is scary to me. I don't know what this is. I'm not sure, but that's something that we're going to have to address. So I'm probably going to have to put in about 15K to the property. And I know it doesn't seem like that right now, but we have to adhere to standards of the Section 8 rental department. So when I buy a property and when we rent out that property, the Section 8 department goes and checks that property, and they say pass or fail. And it's probably, well, call it 10K. Call it 10K. I also noticed there's boards on some of the windows. I don't know what the boards on the windows are for, or if the windows are missing, but I'm thinking I'll probably have to do 10K in renovation. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm willing to do this deal with you, but I'd have to buy it on creative terms. So here's what I'll do. I'll take over your 126 obligation. The 126 that you owe on it, I'll take over that obligation, and it'll be my obligation. It'll come off your debt to income ratio. It'll be offset from the credit score. So I'll take over that 126. I'd give you $5,000. That's pushing the purchase price to 131, and then another $6,000 towards your closing costs. Not towards your closing costs, the whole closing costs. So the mortgage, we're going to take that over. I'm now responsible for that mortgage. I'm going to give you another 5K. That puts us at 131,000. We're 9K below list at this price point. And then I'm going to pay your closing costs, $6,000, which buyers don't have to pay, but I will pay it in this scenario. And then what you're looking at is 131 plus 6, so about 137K offer. You're asking 140. So in theory, this is pretty much your asking price. Now, what I will say is that I can't pay your realtor. So I can't pay your realtor. I don't know what your relationship is with that realtor, but your realtor probably wants another 4K. I'm guessing they want 3% out of 126, which is effectively the sales price because it's the mortgage. So let's say the sales price is 126 and they want 3%. Yeah, that's about $3,700. So how much do you leave with? Well, I'll put it this way. If you're asking 140K and I offer $130,000, let's figure that out really quick. So let's say I offer $130,000. You have realtor fees of, I'm going to assume 5%. Your realtor is going to take just about 7K out of that, and you'd have to come up with 3K at that offer. So if somebody comes to you and offers you 130, no concessions, just 130 as is, you're going to have to come up with about $3,000 cash in order to do that. Okay, realtor's taking only 1%. This is helpful. So your realtor is going to take 1,300 out of the 5K I'm giving you down, meaning that you're walking away with 3,700 instead of having to come up with $3,700. So does that make sense? If somebody gave you a reasonable offer, you might have to bring money to the closing table because your mortgage is right next to your asking price. In this scenario, I'm going to give you 5K to take over your debt. Your realtor's paid out of the 5K. So you walk away with about $3,700, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to pay your closing costs on top of that. So how much is this going to cost me? It'll cost me $11,000 cash to buy your property. And then I'll also have to come up with the 10K in rehab money. Any testimonials? Not very many, only about 2,132. And then video testimonials on the website as well. But disregard testimonials. I'll give you an address that closes today. Check this out. I mean, it's not like you're going to watch thousands of testimonials. This closes today. And then this closes tomorrow. 269 Wheeler. The fee on this one is $5,000. The fee on this one is $11,000. And then one that closed about 5 days ago to a week ago is 5082 East Diatomite. That's $7,000 right here. You can see the buyer has it for rent right now. So go ahead and screenshot these addresses. Address 1 closed about a week ago. Address 2 closing tomorrow, $11,000. Address 3 closing today, $5,000. So other wholesalers don't give addresses. Why? Their courses are $5,000 and they don't give addresses. Why is that? Mine is my program's $20 and I give addresses. What's up with that? I think we all know. So yes, there are testimonials in the thousands, thousands and thousands of reviews. We've been around for over 4 years now. But beyond that, I give addresses daily. And the giving of addresses lets you know that you can call the realtor and just say, yo, is this actually closing? Is this actually closing or is this fake? Hopefully that makes sense. Anyways, there's probably going to be like 3 bathroom breaks because I'm drinking 4 of these per day right now. And the first one is now. I'll be back in like 45 seconds. Explain what you do. I'm new. I find properties for real estate investors and they give me checks. Like where's a nice common check? The 20K is more than we typically get. Here's a good one. This one's $11,250. So this is an $11,250 check. And this comes from just a real estate investor giving me a finder's fee. The total fee on that deal was $102,000 though. So my cut was 11. The students keep the majority of the profit. Total fee $102,000 on a portfolio in Michigan, actually, not Detroit. See you in a sec. 1 sec. 45 seconds. Okay. I don't know if bro is still here. It's not Cash App. What do you mean Cash App? That would not be enough for us to move out of the state for the down payment. So if somebody offers you 5K below list, you make like 7K on the sale. So that's if somebody gives you a really good offer, right? If somebody offers you 5K below list, you make 7K on the sale. So how much do you need to make to move on to your next situation? I'm negotiating with the seller on TikTok like live right now. Right? Because if it's 5K below list is considered a very good offer, right? Very good offer, but you'd make 7K. You're saying at least 10. So you can only sell for your asking price. I'm going to let you know something. You can't get a loan on a distressed property unless the seller is willing to fix the items. So if I want to live in your property, I can't get a loan on it with the furnace looking like that, or the lender is going to say, you have to fix that first. You can talk to your realtor about that if you don't believe me. Same thing for investors. So that's not really in the tea leaves. I see you just did a price cut on 720. You're at 140,000 right now. Looks like you've been there for, well, let's see. I can see you initially listed this for sale in June. So you listed it for sale in June at 155. You've price cut all the way down to 140 right now. And if somebody offers you 5K below list, you make like 7K. So you're telling me you wouldn't take an offer 5K below your asking price right now? Remember, you can't get financing on this unless you're willing to fix those things. So the bank is going to say, yes, we will give you a loan on this, but there's a couple things we want to address. The garage is falling down in the back of the house. I could push that thing over. There's boards on some of the windows. The siding is different colors, but that's just an aesthetic thing. We don't really care about that. And the furnace seems to have leaked water into the wall. So the lender is going to have you fix those things. In my opinion, that's about $10,000 worth of work. I'm offering you 5K plus closing costs to take it over. I can come up on that number a little bit, but I can't give you 10. So we just have to see reality right here. I mean, we can bury our head in the sand and say, this is not true. This is not true. But the reality is a lender needs to recoup their investment on a house that's in good condition. And your house is in good condition, but there's probably about 10K rehab. And if you just do a quick Google search right now, you'll find that when you're buying a house as a retail buyer or as an investor, the lender's going to want the house to be in good condition. So they're going to say, sure, we'll lend on it. Just fix these things first. This happened to me on one of my renovated projects. The gutters were slightly off, and the lender said, I'm not funding this until you fix these things. And I had to pay for it. So this just happened to me on my house in Michigan. I can even show you the email where the lender asked me to fix the most minor of minor things. I think I've showed it to you guys a couple times now. So I'll tell you what, I'll give you 7K to take over the debt, but I can't go above that. Your realtor is going to be taking $1,300 out of your 7K. So you're walking away with $5,700. So this is you walking away with $5,700. I just want to let you know it really can't get better than that given the condition and what you owe on your mortgage. And when I say it can't get better than that, I mean to say you won't receive an offer that's higher than that. Because remember, even if somebody offers you asking price, you owe 126 on your mortgage. Your realtor has to be paid out of that. So the asking price offer immediately turns into $12,000 instead of the 14 that you'd get. And then the bank says, hey, we need to ask for some concessions here. This house needs to be renovated before we lend on it. And I don't mean fully renovated. I just mean issues fixed. And those things are probably going to run you another $5,000 to $10,000. So with this offer, 7K to take over your debt, you walk with $5,300. Anyways, I'll pay attention to this chat for another 2 minutes or so. And if it's something you want to talk about, we can hop on the phone. All right. So Yusuf is on stage. What's going on, Yusuf?
Hey, Richard, what's going on? I got the photos for Corville. I mean, videos. I sent it to you, but from a different number.
What is Corville? Remind me.
It was the fix and flip deal. I guess the ARV is about 200,000 or closer to that. I sent it to you.
Okay. We're looking at a single family. I probably would.
Soft market, though. You can share your screen.
Okay. I'm probably not picking up any single families until my first single family sells because I'm testing the waters, flipping a single family right now. So I'm going to wait to see if that thing sells. If that thing sells, I'll pick up more single families. I think it's fine. I wish it weren't right next to this industrial building right here, but that's okay. Yeah, yeah, we already looked at this deal, and it's probably a pretty good flip. You have it at what price again?
65,000.
65. And what did I tell you the ARV was the other day?
I don't remember, but I believe 190, maybe 200, something closer. And you sent it to Joseph, if I'm not mistaken. I've sent you the photos, but from a different number. I mean the videos.
Man, I got a lot of texts. Somebody just says, how do you respond to a person that what's the walk away? You walk away with $5,300. Well, can you send me another text, man? I got about 40 text messages from today.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll send it to you right now. Yep. I just sent you a dot.
Huh, didn't get it. Maybe it's still coming through. Oh, I see it. Is this your new phone number?
Oh no, this is a CRM, another CRM, but specifically in Detroit. So I do believe like when you have the same area code of Michigan, you get like more answers, and it really worked. So
Oh, you've got videos here.
yeah, it's videos, no photos, unfortunately.
Whoa. What's going on with the floors?
Yeah, it definitely needs new floors, I do believe.
Yeah, new floors. Yeah. Yeah, probably like 100K, dude. Probably like 100K rehab. That's a big job. Looks like the piping needs work too. So maybe replumb, new floors, new subfloor, even new kitchen. So I'll tell you, my current flip is running 60K and it's in livable condition. So it's much nicer stuff than an investment property. This to me looks like closer to like 90, maybe even 100,000. Do you know anything about the roof? Let's look at the roof. Yeah, new roof is needed. It's not that it's leaking or anything. It's just you can see that roof doesn't have a ton of life left on it. Maybe it's like 10 years old, but maybe it only is a 10-year-old roof. So I'm thinking like 80, 90 on the rehab. This is much more than any project I've taken on. And the one that I'm taking on now, we're doing it at about $58,000. We'll go a little bit over, probably closer to 58 with staging. With this one, I'm thinking 90. Now you have it at 60 what?
65.
Six.
I guess
Okay.
we can get it lower for sure. Yeah.
65. And then say you have to put in 85. Let's just say it's 85, 10,000 closing costs. So, okay, here's what I'm thinking. You buy it at 65. You have it at 60 or 65?
65.
I'm Sandy, I've told you like 4 times now, I'm not paying your realtor. I'll give you $7K to take over your debt. You got to pay your realtor $1,300 out of the $7K if it's 1%. I will pay the closing costs though. $65,000 plus $10,000 for closing costs. Let's say rehab is, it's not going to be this, Yusuf, but let's just say it is. Let's say it's $70,000. You're in the deal for about 145, and let's see what the comps are. You know, we'd want to be selling for like 200 and up. So, oh, right. They made it impossible to find. Damn it. Well, there's that small triangle. Let's see if we can find that. There's that triangle. And then are we below the big road? Yeah, we are. So I think we're about right here. Okay. So we're somewhere around right here. And if we click sold on this, you've got a 200K sale in the neighbor's house, 1600. So yeah, you probably sell for 200. Yeah, you definitely sell for 200. You got a 220 right here. And then what's your dimensions? Your dimensions on this are, yeah, 4-1. Yeah, so you're right there. You're right there. You're right in the 200s. If the rehab is 70, let's use the 80K. You're in it for 155, and I do believe it'll sell for 200. I think 200 is right. So there is margin for profit here. It's a big project, but there is margin for profit. One could justify this, I think. 3, 2. Let's look at past 12 months. Let's look at past 12 months, and let's zoom out a little. So we'll go here to here to here to here, past 12 months. Really dependent on how much that rehab is, and this is a big project. I mean, maybe Yusuf can drop them in the chat for us just so that people can see. But then again, you've got this guy who sold for 285 and he's only 1600. Although I think this rehab must just be stunning. Look at the landscaping, beautiful landscaping. Honestly, that's the type of house I'd like to buy. Wow, that's great. And I mean flip. That's the type of house I'd like to flip. I love how unique that looks. No photos on PropStream. Come on, show me what you did to the property. I have to see. Photos? Oh, they made sure they were gone. They made sure those photos were gone. Yeah, no photos. Interesting. Homes.com maybe? Nope. It must have been stunning. It must have been great. What'd the buyer buy it for? It was sold to them by an individual. Interesting. An individual bought it. So it was renovated some time ago. Huh. Okay. Yeah, you've got another really, really stunning one here. But I do want to check out the area, guys, because I just don't think it's in the same area. I know it's in the same area, but is it in the same area? You know what I mean? So this is what their area looks like. Kind of a quiet neighborhood. I think we're in a bit of a louder area. A little bit of a quiet neighborhood. Nice mowed lawns. I think it's actually a really nice area. This kind of looks like where my house in Tracy is. Not tremendously different. So our ARV is it's definitely in the 200s. I think it's definitely in the 200s, especially that you're a 4. You've got that guy 1825, and we could probably add a little square footage to yours. Yeah, I've got to give it 200K. I've got to give it 200K. I think even 210 is doable. Yeah, let me go bug Joseph about this. It's a heavy rehab, and I'm going to approach him. I'll say, hey, heavy rehab, but the profit is there. How do we see? Dude, I would join the Discord and you can see. Does it matter if you're in the UK? No, it doesn't. Okay, I'm guessing Sandy left. Sandy, remember that's going to be the highest offer you receive, and I'm not willing to revisit this at a later date. So I guess you can take a little time to think on it, but if it doesn't make sense and you're like, no, I need more than $5,300. I could say it again, but if somebody offers you 5K below your asking price, you're gonna make like maybe 1 or 2K. And you're like, well, no, I'm not, because I have a mortgage on it that's lower than that. And I'm like, I totally get that. Lenders cannot lend on a house that needs obvious repairs. They're gonna ask for those to be fixed. That's something you'll have to fix, especially if you're targeting FHA. Let's go bug him about it. How do I join you on Discord? Click the link in my bio that says join hold. Has been forwarded to voicemail. He's probably on the other line. Let's talk to Quaid. Hey, do you guys want fix and flips? Joseph keeps talking about it. Yeah, definitely. We're pushing a lot of those right now. Okay, cool. I've got a pretty good one, but it's a big project, not in size, but it's a full rehab. You're tearing out the floors, you're tearing out the drywall, you're doing it down to the studs. Is that something you guys handle? Most of the clients, right? There are some. I probably have 2 that will do like a full rehab. The majority of them right now are looking for like smaller or mid-sized rehabs to kind of get started with us. And after they get the first dealer done, then they'll go, hey, I'll do like a burnt down house or whatever it is. But potentially, if you have like an address or something for me to look at, I'd be happy to take a look at it and see who I could potentially push it to. Yeah. Price on it is $70K. And I would say that my contractor would probably quote me like $85,000 on the rehab. Pipe burst in there. It's not fire damage or anything like that. The exterior is put together well, but I'm putting on a new roof. I'm ripping out all of the hardwood, laying LVP, taking out all of the drywall, all the kitchen, all the bathroom, new mechanicals. So I think it's probably about an $85,000 job. It'll take about 3 months. But with that said,
are you selling me a fix and flip, or are you telling me that you're doing a fix and flip?
No, this is one for your buyers.
Okay, guys.
But I'm saying my contractor would probably quote me 85,000 on the rehab. ARV is well, I'm looking at a comp right now, 4-bed, 3-bath for $240,000. It sold in May 21st, 2026. You are a 4-bed, 1-bath with 1,600 square feet. So I'm thinking that your ARV is probably 225, somewhere around there. But you're buying for 70, you're putting in 85, you're selling for 225. It's a single, not a multifamily, but it appears to be in a really nice area based on these comps.
So is it Inkster, or what part of it is it?
Is it where?
In Inkster, or what part of Detroit is it?
Oh, I don't know what part of Detroit this is. It says East English Village / Morningside. It's in 48224.
Yeah, it's a good, decent zip code. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess if you have the text me the address, I'll get it pulled up, kind of put some numbers together on it and see what it looks like.
Okay, I'll send you 3 neighbors' houses that sold for over 200,000. They're probably going to be comp showing 240 to 280, but I'm going to call it 225 to be safe.
Okay, that works.
Okay, all right.
I like that.
Yeah. Then I'll go ahead and text this over to you now. It's under contract and off market.
Okay, awesome, perfect. Thank you.
All right, thanks so much. Let me know. Bye bye.
All right, catch you later.
Okay. Let me go ahead and market this to him. Now, this is interesting. This guy says, I need a light flip in Jacksonville, Florida. If I were to find that for you, will you close on it? Because I could find it for you in about 15 minutes here, and it would be a really good example to everybody here. A random buyer, never talked to him before. I could ask you a couple questions right now. I could hop on a phone call with you. It would take about 5 minutes. I'd ask you what you're looking for. I'd go get it under contract. You'd close on it. So if you're down for that, yeah, I can find you one right now. I'm going to wholesale it to you for sure, but not Courtney, Courville. It's this one, right? Yes. And then Yusuf, can you put those in drive links for me? Or are they already links? Can I copy these? They are links. Looks like I can.
They are links? Okay.
Yeah. And did you last time I'm asking you, did you say 60 or 65?
65. Yeah, I got it for 65.
Okay, I just sent it to him at 70. I don't think we have much room above 70. So I guess if you negotiate anything down, that becomes more profit, but potential 5K right now.
Gotcha. No worries. Yeah. And Richard, I have a deal. I'm not sure if you can help me on this too. So you remember the Buckingham and Peyton deal? So Buckingham, and I don't know why did they do this, but they inspected Buckingham. They did an inspection, not a walkthrough. And right now they want to they want just to go inside the house and take photos. I asked the property manager. They told me we can't do this because actually the tenants have been through a lot of inspections, because it was rented out for 900 and then it came up to 1,400 because of the Section 8 inspection. But before that, they have the Section 8 inspection done, and then they requested some sort of repairs to happen, and they did the repairs. They had this guy to do the repairs, and then they do another re-inspection to make sure that those happened, and then they have our inspection, and they did they went through a lot of inspections. So the property manager told me, can we just get it with the appraisal? So once the appraisal done, the inspection report did what was well, right? So I'm not sure if that would be like a deal breaker or not, but I'm just thinking, what do you think?
Well, did they already inspect the property? And I don't mean previously, but did our buyers already inspect the property, or is that somebody else?
Yep, they've made an inspection, yeah, immediately without a walkthrough. And right now they went to back and do take photos. Literally, this is what they wanted. So the end buyer, want just to take photos. So I told them, if the inspection report went well, you really don't need it, and the tenants will be upset. And with Section 8, they can really decrease or get the increase will not happen. This is by the contract that they have with the seller. So we don't want to get them upset and lose the 1,400 rent that is fully paid by the government. This is what I'm thinking.
Okay, sorry, I was doing the first task you requested of me, and I was sending it to the buyer, the comps that you had. From what I understand, buyer already inspected the property, but now they want to go in and take photos of the property for some reason, even though they've already inspected it, and the seller doesn't want to because they've already been through this before.
Not they've been through this before. So the tenants has been through it. Has got like maybe 6 inspections that happened to their houses, and they kind of got upset due to the Section 8 work, and then the handyman go and do the work so they can be eligible for the rent increase, by the government. And I just told them, you guys inspected the property. I do believe you don't really need that photos. We can do it with the appraisal, because there's still the appraisal that with the DSCR loan. So Quaid is requesting that. I guess the buyer, the end buyer is requesting that. But if you could handle this, please, with Quaid, and tell them.
Yeah, I'll ask to take the photos and why that's important. Did the inspection report show a lot of issues, or was it largely okay?
No, it was largely okay. They are moving for EMD, by the way.
What's the address on this?
Buckingham. Wait, I'll send you the address.
Buckingham.
Yeah.
Is this a deal I sold for you, or is this something my team sold?
Oh, you sold it for me.
Okay.
I sent you the address.
Let me call now. Calling.
Hello?
Hey, really quick on Buckingham. I guess your client is requesting photos of the inside. Seller doesn't want to let us in anymore because we've already inspected the property. Given that y'all have inspected it, which includes photos, does he really need to take more photos of it?
1 second. Hold on. Angelica, can you hear me right now? I don't think they can. Okay. I'm on a meeting right now with Angelica and my other TC. I was talking to him about this a little bit earlier today, trying to figure out why he needed to see the photos and videos. Let me finish this meeting. I can go over this right now, and then I'll send you a quick message back.
Okay. Yeah, I guess, I do get where the seller's coming from. I think it's also partially because the previous buyer had them do repairs and then backed out.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Fair enough.
Yeah, so they're just like, oh man, I don't want to let somebody in the property again. But
yeah. Do we know what type of repairs they did?
I'm not really sure.
Okay.
But what I will say, do you know if the inspection came back okay? Yusuf is telling me it looked to be good.
I don't know. Let me go over this right now with the DAs, and I can get you an answer on that.
Great. Okay. All right. Thanks so much. Talk soon.
All right. Thanks, Rich.
Bye. Okay. Well, pending an answer. Okay. And they have the other deal. And I'll also go ahead and throw it into Slack.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Richard.
Okay. So let me go bug them about this other deal really quickly here. In Slack at Quaid. Here is the fix and flip I told you about. Comps in your texts showing 200 and comps in your texts anywhere from I like your flip, by the way. It's a lot. So know that people want to take on smaller projects, but for somebody who's equipped to handle a job like that, yeah, they'd take it on. And if you did a really stellar rehab, it could be 250.
Oh, okay. That sounds good.
Okay. All right. We'll talk, okay? And then OB3, you want me to call your realtor, huh?
Yes, sir.
Let me see if this guy DM'd me his cell. I don't think he did, so we're calling your realtor. And then, John, you make an offer on that. Got to run it by the lender, but yes, please. Bro didn't want to talk? Kappa? Oh, you did. Okay, he did. Let me call him first, OB3, and then I'll call your guy. Because I told this guy to give him a call really quickly. I don't want to make him wait on my live stream. I deleted TikTok off my phone, so I'd stop scrolling. So I got to call my editor to get it. Is this the same as assignment of contract? Yeah, we're wholesaling.
Yo.
Hey, question. Can you DM me the phone number that this guy still no Kappa just sent me? He sent me his cell phone number. I was going to give him a call, but I can't look because I'm live.
It's on TikTok?
Yeah. Zachary, that's a scam.
Kappa?
Yeah, still no Kappa with a K. You see it?
Yeah, I see it right now. I'll get you the phone number right now.
Dope. And did we repost that one that we had on TikTok but not Instagram?
Yeah, no, it's on Instagram as well.
Okay, huge. I just didn't have time to film today.
Yeah, I got you now. It's posted.
All right. Thanks so much. We'll talk. See ya.
Yeah, sir.
Okay, I've got your phone number. I'm going to give you a call. And as I'm calling, I'm going to get... So, guys, let me just explain what's happening right now. I strive to show you the wholesale process every single day. And today, what we have is a guy in the chat who says, I want to buy a fix and flip. So I'm going to ask him a couple questions about what he's looking to buy, price point, where he's looking to buy it. And then I'm going to go find it. That's it. Hello, how you doing?
Pretty good.
So you are looking for a fix and flip in Jacksonville, huh?
I'm looking for a fix and flip, Jacksonville, something that's single family, around the 200K mark. It has to be in Jacksonville. I'm working with a new lender. First of all, just to be clear, I'm new, period. I started watching your content. You got me into the whole game. I have a house in Maryland under contract with a family member.
Oh.
And to do something by myself, the lender said, well, you need something light. So it needs to be within 100 miles of your residence, which I live in Jacksonville.
Okay.
And it needs to be under 500K.
Okay, that's super doable.
Yeah, okay, cool.
And your lender's willing to work with a wholesaler. I guess that's the first thing, because some lenders don't love to pay assignment fees.
Yes.
Okay, so he's probably willing to pay an assignment fee. We won't ask for too much here. You won't even have to pay it. Your lender should pay it. And then is your lender funding 100% purchase and rehab, or do you have to bring a down payment to the table since it's your first time?
They're going to cover everything. Not only that, they said even while I'm safe as months I'm holding or something like that, they said they're going to pay for everything, purchase, the rehab, all of it.
Wow!
And all the interest is coming at the end.
100. That's rare. First time, 100% LTC.
Yeah, I can send you the paperwork. That was another thing.
I believe you. That's great. That's the same situation with my lender. However, my lender is private. Are you using a hard money lender or are you using a private money lender?
It's a hard money lender.
Wow.
Like I said, if you can send me an email, I can send it over and let you see it.
No.
It was a surprise to me too.
Yeah, send it over. That's great. What's their capacity? I mean, I totally get gatekeeping a really great lender, but that would be so helpful for all the people in my community who want to flip.
Yeah, no, not at all. Like you, like I said, I'm gonna give the credit to you for even getting me in. You talked to Jerry Norton years ago, and then something happened. I just got in an accident recently, so I'm out of. I was a driver, truck driver, and then my life changed now, and I was like, you know what? Rich was doing wholesale, and that sounded awesome, so I fully switched to this.
Dude,
so it's just so I'm not gonna keep anything. Whatever you want from me, you got it.
Great. Well, I'd love to put that lender connection in my community just so people can see if they can get those same terms, because we got so many people who want to flip, and we have a lot of lenders in there, but most of the time they want you to put about 10% down.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, that's great. So awesome. Light flip, sub 500K, probably able to find something in the low 100s for you. And then do you have a max rehab budget?
Not that I know of, no. I'm sure it's less than the purchase price, but also one of the other things about the lender was they pre-fund also. So it's not just like you pay the people to come out and like the contractors and they do reimbursement. It's like, it's not that. They'll send you the money so you can pay for whatever rehab that needs to get done.
No draws. That's great.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm going to look for about maybe 30, 45 minutes, and I'll find something. As to whether or not realtors decide to pick up their phone, that's another story. But I'm going to go ahead and call. I'll find something for you, and I should be able to have it ready to go in the next, I don't know, 1 to 2 days or so.
Okay, you're the man. I'm here for it, bro. If this can happen for me, like this is one of those like the stars align. Like Rich got me a house. Hell yeah! The first day with you, love it, bro.
I'm sharing my screen so that it's valuable for people who want to flip, and it's valuable for people who want to wholesale. So it's a great opportunity for me to tackle. But yeah, let me do some hunting right now. And if you want to see that, I'm sharing my screen live on Discord if you're curious how I go about finding it. But I'll also talk through it for right here on TikTok as well.
Okay, I closed TikTok because I didn't know how it was going to work, like the feedback.
No worries, no worries.
I'll open it back up. Yeah.
You're good. But yeah, let me do some hunting.
Okay, sounds good. Talk to you soon.
All right, talk soon. Bye-bye. Somebody says that sounds too good to be true. Let me just clock what you're saying really quick. I'm one of the biggest real estate creators online, right? Somebody joins my chat, says they want to flip a house. Never spoke to them before, ever. Give them a call. Yo, what's up, dude? You want to flip a house? Yeah, I want to flip a house. Okay, let me find it for you. Does your lender work with wholesalers, meaning they'll pay assignment fees? Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Awesome. I'll go find that for you. Talk soon. Bye. Dude, I get that it sounds too good to be true, but you live in a real estate investment right now. The house that you live in, you pay rent to your landlord. They bought that as an investment. Let's say you own the house. You bought a fix and flip. It was fix and flipped at some point in time. It's not original. You're not living in an original house from when it was built, unless it was built in like maybe 2010 and up, And even if it were built, it's still a real estate investment. It's a development. Even if it's a new construction, it's a development. So you can't escape this. You look at it every day of your life and you're like, well, that's too good to be true. Bro, the guy who owns your house would pay you a finder's fee to find him his next rental property. You can't escape this. You can't escape this. So, dude, I'll say this last thing before I hunt for this deal. If you can wrap your head around the fact that you're in a real estate investment right now, perhaps you won't have to work for 160 hours every month to make like our smallest assignment fee ever. Because, dude, I'm just to be real. If you spent 40 hours a week calling, oh my God. I mean, Yusuf is doing like 3 deals right now. He's going to make like 20K, but he doesn't even spend that much time. 40 hours a week is a standard work week in the United States. And if you truly spent that much time calling, oh my God, I can't even tell you what it will yield. Now watch me call for 30 minutes and show you what it yields. Yesterday, I didn't even call. I texted the realtor to line up my deal yesterday, So let me see if I can do something start to finish right now. I'm going to tell my editing team to clip this because this is just going to be such a valuable moment for everybody. Hey team, we have a new short form and potentially long form. I want to say that the conversation with the guy started about maybe 10 to 15 minutes ago. It's 3:05 right now. I started around 2. So about 45, 50 minutes in, I see a guy in the chat who says, I want to buy my first fix and flip. I hop on a call with him. I discuss his criteria in Jacksonville. I ask him a couple questions about his lender. He's going to send me over his lender information, but that's kind of separate. You don't really need to include that here. And then I'm going to go hunt for it in Jacksonville, and I'm going to see if I can find him something that will hopefully make him $40,000 or $50,000. And yeah, I think that you should make it a short form now, just because the call is awesome, and then all of the yap that I talk about after is really good. And then I have a guy say that sounds too good to be true, and I talk about why it's not too good to be true and how everybody's already living in a real estate investment. But if I am able to get a realtor on the phone and present an offer that they're like, yeah, that makes sense, we should make this a long form, because it's taking a buyer and their criteria, figuring out what that is and then finding it on Zillow and getting paid for it. And it's just, it's everything that we want to show. So, anyways, let me go start making some calls, but definitely short form, but consider turning this into a long form. And guys, we should be able to pump these out in 2 days. Super, super minimal edits needed on this. I don't know why the other one from last week hasn't been posted, that I was like, yo, prioritize this. This should be a long form. That thing, you know, you could drop it as is damn near. Okay. So how do we find a fix and flip in Jacksonville? Well, let's first find out where houses are selling for $200,000. Let's find out where that's happening. So I'm going to do price sold 180 to 250,000. And I'd like to find out where these houses are selling. And it's actually pretty obvious when you put in the price filter. You can see these pockets of deals, And I'm going to systematically go through these areas, and I'm going to see if I can find ourselves a good deal. Now, here, not a massive cluster of sales, starting to get larger as we go up here. But honestly, all of these areas look fine. Is there an obvious area to look? Is this an obvious area? That's a pretty obvious area. What do the houses look like that are selling? Is that a flip? No. Is that a flip? No. Is that a flip? No. Damn. Is that a flip? Yes. Is that a flip? No. Oh shit. Okay. I'm just gonna scroll through a couple of these and see what looks like flips are starting around the 250 range. So I think we're gonna go 200 to 250. That looks like where flips are happening. So are these flips? Well, kind of. Maybe a light rehab. That's a flip right there for sure. Okay. All right. I think 200 to 250 is what renovated houses are selling for in Jacksonville right now. In this area, at least. That's got to be a flip too. Yeah, that's a flip. Is this a flip? No. Is this a flip? No. That's a new construction. You can tell by the garage. That's a new type of garage. Yeah, built in 2020, not a flip. Is that a flip? That's a flip. Oh, shit, it's not. Well, no, it's not. Wow, they've just got that really bright white exterior. That's got to be a flip right there. Yeah, okay, so this whole area is good for flipping. This whole area right here, all this could be fix and flip territory. So I'm just going to go here to here to here to here. All of this could be a fix and flip. Everywhere here could be a fix and flip. So I found my target area by filtering, doing price point filters. I saw like 4 or 5 fix and flips in there, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, there's got to be a good deal in there somewhere. Now I'm sharing my screen on Discord. You just have to click the link in my bio if you want to see my screen share. Now I'm going to get rid of my price filters, and I know I'm in a good area off the bat. Let's price low to high, see what the shittiest houses here look like. Wow. Really bad inventory. Wow. Yeah, really bad. Is this distressed? 20 out. Oh, yeah, that's distressed. Why are you selling it for that much, bro? Why are you selling it for this much? This is distressed. Yes. Light rehab. Perfect. Perfect deal. But what's with your pricing? This is not a livable house. Why would you price it here? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong about this being priced horribly. Please tell me it's not priced as terribly as I think it is. So it's right around here. This is the area where the property is. First things first, I want to make sure it's not on a terrible road. What does a terrible road look like? Busy, lots of traffic. Don't want to be there. Hopefully a nice, quiet, wooded area. Perfect. Yep, that's what we're looking for. Perfect area. All right. Now I found my subject property. I think that they may have priced it quite stupidly, but it's a 3-2 with 1,800 square feet. So we're just going to look and see what other properties have sold for in this area. I will say neighbor's house is listed for 290, also same square footage. How much do I think this rehab is going to run the guy? Well, he's probably got a roof on here. He's probably throwing that roof on. It's a flat roof. There's no pitch. And I'll call and I'll ask how old that roof is, but I just have a feeling they're going to have to replace the roof. Now, I'd love for him to make about 50K. I want him to make about 50K. Do you have a Canadian subgroup? No, I don't, but there are a lot of Canadians in my Discord. We just all do this together. There's really no difference if you're in Canada, because it's not like you're doing this in Canada. You're doing this from Canada in the United States. Just like when I was in the Philippines, I could still make calls to the United States, right? Okay, I'm going to go sold, and we're going to look at the neighbors' houses. Okay. You can see pretty clearly that an area. When you cross this Mill Creek Road, you can see it changes. You see how this kind of looks like suburbs now? Suburb house. Yep, suburb house. Yep, newer construction anywhere from 1995 to 2025. Yep, that's 2018. Yeah, so this is a suburb. This is a new development suburb right here. Very different. You see, you can't actually comp across this major. A completely different area that has no bearing whatsoever on, not at all. And you can see the houses start to get slightly more expensive up here as well, slightly less expensive down here. So we can pull comps probably all around here. And let's look for something similar. Remember, we're a 3-2 with 1,800 square feet. So I'm going to look in the past 12 months. I'm actually going to redraw my line, understanding that I can't cross Mill Creek Road. And this is the small area that I'll comp in now. Clicking apply. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to price these things high to low. And I'm also going to put in a year built filter here, because it looks like there's a lot of different years built. So we are 1955. So we should probably look from 35 to 75. And usually you want to do a little less than that, but I think it's fine. 1935 to 1975. Apply. And then we're going to go sold. Okay. So off the bat, some really amazing things that I'm seeing here. So, some things that I'm just obsessed with. I'm just too good at this. I'm just too good at this. This is great. This is just excellent. This is so good. First comp for bro listening, 360. Your listing's already at 189. First comp is 360. So check this out. This is a flat ranch. The only thing I will say is that it looks like you have a 4-car garage. No, that's not a garage right there. That's a walkway, because there's grass right there. So you got a 2-car garage. You got a 2-car garage sold for 360. You know what's insane? You're actually a bigger property. So that's got 1,657 square feet. Look at you. You've got 1,790 square feet. So you're actually a bigger property, but not a 2-car garage. So I'm really loving that. That's got to be comp 1. So you're right here. And then about 5 blocks away, there's that guy right there. So comp 1, 360. And you know what else I like? It sold 2 weeks ago, less than 2 weeks ago. Whoo! Woo! That's a full rehab right there. And it sold for 360 and it's smaller 2 weeks ago. This is the value that wholesalers provide. So that's love that. Higher scale of rehab. But the good news is their roof doesn't actually look new. They didn't redo the roof. Now, I do think you should redo your roof. I do think you should. So I will account for that in your rehab estimate. Flipper to flipper, as I'm also running some flips right now. So this is comp 1. I'm going to build you a little sheet. I'm going to build you a little sheet here. So let's go. I'll do it on Drive. And let me add you to my phone. So you're going to be just add you to my phone, and I'm going to create a little sheet for you. Subject property. Let me grab your subject. Well, this is your comp. I guess I'll grab this. Comp 1, 3 beds, 2 baths, 1,690 square feet. Is that right? Sold 300 and what? 360,000, and you're 1,657 square feet. 1,657 square feet. And that sold for $360,000. I can't believe it. Good job pricing this, realtor. Good job. Comp 2. Let's go find it. Comp 2, comp 3, and potentially a comp 4. Only 3 comps needed, but we will get you a comp 4 if we can find a comp 4. I think we will. And then I'll get you your subject property too. We just bold all of these headlines. Doing this productive procrastination right now, making your headlines pretty. Okay. I'm going to grab your subject property. Your subject property is not going to say the address, but it's this. Okay. Let's find your second comp. I'm going to go sold, and then looking at your second comp. That's not a comp. It's too big. You know, that could be a comp, but it is a little big. I am very tempted to use that, but I'm going to use the second one because it's a little smaller. Yeah. Okay. We don't have to offer very far below list price because this is just a great deal. And then I'm gonna grab the beds and baths. This is a 3-2 1830 square feet. 3 beds, 2 baths, 1830 square feet. Sold 350,000. And then your 3 beds, 2 baths, 1790 square feet. So that sold for 350,000. We'll get the price per square foot in just a sec. Well, no, I can get it now. Price per square foot on this is 191. And then that's going to be 191 per square foot. 191 per square foot. And then I guess I'll do this now. 360 divided by 1657, 1657, 217 per square foot, which is 217 per square foot. We're going to average the price per square foot of the 3 most recent comps. Here's another one right here. Wow. No new roof. No new roof. 340 with 1725 square feet. Wow. So here's your third comp, 197 per square foot. It's a 3 bed, 2 bath, 1725 per square foot. 3 bed, 2 bath, 1725 square feet. And then comp 3. We're almost done here, almost done. And then we can call. And I won't even have to make an offensively low offer. I mean, this is working. This is working well. And then this is sold 340,000. 340,000. When did that sell, by the way? In March. Perfect. And then the price per square foot is going to be 197, which is 197 per square foot. And just for good measure, one final comp, just to really, really nail it down here. And we'll take a lower comp this time. That's not, well, these aren't renovated. Yeah, those are not renovated. So I see other comps, but they're not renovated and they're smaller. That got kind of renovated, but it is smaller, 265 on that. Still puts you at 180 per square feet. I'll take your smaller comp. I'm going to take a smaller comp. Comp 4, 3 beds, 2 baths, light rehab. And then I'm going to say the 1425. Is it 1425 per square feet? 1476 square feet, sorry. 1476 square feet. And that's a light rehab. And that thing sold for 265. And they didn't really even renovate it. I mean, it's kind of where it is. I mean, that's got an old roof. Old roof, barely renovated. Wow. I gotta make a note on that. So old roof, barely renovated, still got 265 while being much smaller. Got to make a note on that one because it's not like the rest of them. It's just completely different than the rest of them. So 265, and then that price per square foot is still 180, 180 per square foot. All right, so we've got our 4 comps. Now we can definitively average the ARV. ARV is determined by averaging the price per square foot of 4 nearby and renovated comps. All comps sold in the past 1 to 5 months. Well, I'll say the past year, with the most recent selling 2 weeks ago. ARV on this, let's figure it out. We're going to take 217 plus 191 plus 197 plus 180, taking a wide range, high range and low range. We're going to add those together and divide by 4, $196 per square foot, 0.25, 196.25 per square foot. ARV dollar per square foot, 196. ARV figure, we're going to take our current square footage. Our current square footage on this is, oh, that's Michigan. Hold on. Where the hell did it go? Get ready to walk this property, still no Kappa. Get ready to walk it because I'm going to be sending you to this property tomorrow. I know it's a little late where you are now, so we don't have to walk it now, but I'm going to be sending you tomorrow. And you're 1790 square feet. Let me confirm your square footage on PropStream. Sometimes they lie about that. Hopefully they're not lying. 1790 on public record. Love to see it. Okay. 1790 times 196.25 times 1790, 351,000. And then I'm going to give you the exact number. It's going to be 351,287. So here's my little package for him. Now I'm going to go lock up the deal. And if he doesn't want it, he's not ready for a fix and flip because this is heat. This is fire. So it's listed at 190. It's been here for 24 hours. How much renovation do I think it needs? Roof, paint the siding, do some landscaping. Roof, 10,000. Paint the siding, 2,500. Do some landscaping, 4K would go pretty far. Remember, one of these comps sold that it just wasn't really renovated. Okay, roof, siding, landscaping, that HVAC. Hard to say there. Doesn't look great, but it doesn't look bad. I will say we need new mechanicals. I'll do new mechanicals, 7K for new mechanicals. I'll just add that in to be careful. And then this interior rehab, man, 35 would go really far here. Oh no, your furnace is new. That's a nice new looking furnace. Damn, the rehab's just not that bad. 35 would go really far. I don't even think you need mechanicals. But I don't even think it'll go this far, but I'm going to say 55 to 60 on this. 55, 60K. Approximate rehab, $55,000 to $60,000. And then I'll list out your, well, I'm not going to list out the items. That's okay. 55 to 60K. Gosh, I guess I'll do it. I'm making you a real package here, man. Landscaping, 4K. Roof, 10K. Siding, painted, 2,500. What else do we talk about? Mechanicals, 7,500. What else do we need here? Full interior remodel. Kitchen. I'm going to say your kitchen could be done nicely for $8,000. Bathroom 1. Redo the entire bathroom. $6,000 on bathroom 1. Half bathroom. Probably $4,000 will make that thing really nice. And honestly, even $3,500, but I'll say 4. And then refinish floors. You can refinish floors for like $3,000. It's not that bad. Paint. Let's say it's another $3,000. We've refinished the floors. Let's do LVP. LVP, $2,500 for that. Super cheap. Staging, because you will stage this. So you've already roof, mechanicals, bathrooms, floors, LVP. Kitchen's already done. I'm going to do LVP / carpet. Staging. It's only 1,790 square feet. I'll say staging is like 4 to 5K. Yeah, you should be good to go, man. I'm going to add in miscellaneous. Unknown expenses. $7,500. Staging. $4,000. Okay. So let's see how much I think that rehab is. I kind of redid it there. $4,000 plus $10,000 plus $2,500 plus $7,500 plus $8,000 for that really nice kitchen, $6,000 for the bathroom, $4,000 for the other bathroom. We're already at $33K. Then $3,000 plus $2,500 plus $3,000 plus $7,500 for unknown expenses, just random shit that you find. That puts you at $49,000, and then staging $4,000. You're at $53K. And I estimated, well, I'm gonna say 53 to 60K just in case. So I'm okay. Now let's imagine I get this under contract for 169, 20K below list price, and I sell it to you at 179. You put in 10,000 for closing costs. That's going to put you at 189. You put in your rehab, let's call it 55,000, and you're in it for 244. Shit, dude, your ARV is 350. It's a 100K profit. You after realtor fees, and I'll write down 2 other expenses you'll run into. Other expenses, realtor will take 5 to 6% of sales price. And then you're also going to have closing costs will be about 10,000 and holding costs about 3,000. Profit, or I'm going to say expected profit, $85,000. I'm going to say 80,000. 80,000. I always try to go below. Okay. I'm going to put this package together for you. And now I'm going to go lock up your deal. That's 100. It's about 80K profit on this flip. You know, chat. How are we feeling? How are we feeling? What do you think about that? Looks like my camera froze. Do the flip yourself. I don't have a team in Jacksonville. Okay, I'll be right back. My camera's going to restart, but we're going to call the realtor in just a second. Just a sec. Why not use AI for comping? Because I'm showing people how to do it. I'm showing people how to do it start to finish. Just a second bathroom break of the day. One moment here. One second. I'll be right back. Okay. And then we'll take questions and then I'll head out. Is this simple to do in Europe? Yep, same process. But you're not doing it. You're not doing this thing. You're not doing it in Europe. You're doing it from Europe in the United States. Okay. All right. Can I come up? Yeah, just a sec, Mike. I got to get through these people and make these calls. I'm going to send the guy my package really quickly. Oops. Okay. Calling. Hopefully nobody nabbed this deal off me while I was looking here. Hopefully. Juvan, the ball's in your park, man. I just showed you that it's real. It's I'm not your bottleneck. You gotta lock in, man. If you can see me do it here, starting from scratch, haven't used any of my resources to get this done, so can you.
Please leave your message for.
Hi there. I'm looking at your listing on East Brookmont right now. Super interested, wanting to get my contractor in tomorrow. Is there a way that we can walk? I'm local here. I think we can make an offer with earnest money day one on this thing. And I don't need any repairs from your client either. Looks like a very solid fix and flip. Hoping I can get in tomorrow. Anyways, I'm going to shoot you a text. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. I'm going to call him twice. It's day one of your listing, bruh. Pick up the phone. What's going on right now? I'm looking for a deal for a random buyer I found in my chat. As is comping. Oh, I don't know what that is. I just looked at the houses sold on Zillow. Bro, pick up your phone. This is day one of your listing, bruh.
Please leave your.
Okay. Does he have an iPhone? Hopefully. No. Well, hopefully we're talking to a real person here. This guy's name is Alberto Santiago Rodriguez Barro Etabina. That's a mouthful. Alberto Santiago Rodriguez Barro Etobena. Last name Barro Etabena. One more time. Alberto Santiago Rodriguez Barro Etabena. Yes. Okay. So we're going to hit up Alberto. Good evening, Alberto. I'm looking at you, and I'm going to put you in the chat. Kappa, you're going to be in the chat. I'm looking at your listing on Brookmont. And then, Kappa, question. Do you have a contractor that you could bring to walk it tomorrow? Because that's what I think we should do. Do you have a contractor? If not, I can show you how to find one. You don't, but you can find one. Okay, start calling people on Google right now, bro. Go Google some contractors. Be like, yo, are you guys managing fix and flips right now? If I brought you a project in the next month and a half, because it'll still take 30 days to close. So you still got time. So find somebody who could start a project in the next month and a half, next 45 days or so, 30, 45 days. But we also have a guy right here who says he has one. You have a buyer for this deal? Well, I'm Harris. I'm going to sell it to this guy in the chat. Yeah, general contractors, but we have a guy right here who said, who's the guy who said he's got connections in Jacksonville? Because you got a contracting team? If you got a team in Jacksonville, that would be nice. Okay. I'm looking at your listing on Brookmont. How soon can we walk? I'm at 169. I'm likely able to pay very close to list price on this. Here's my portfolio and proof of funds, which is not something he's asked for, but it'll be something I provide. And I'm going to email on this too, but you should have just gotten that text. So you should have just gotten a text from me, and let me know if you got that. If you didn't, it probably means that his phone number's not real. I hope it's real. Because guys, I'm showing you how to make $10,000. I'm providing value to a flipper right now for $10,000 cash. It'll only take me, if I weren't yapping right now and I were just doing this like by myself, I could probably talk to the buyer in 5 minutes, find the deal, and without yapping, probably do all of that work in 15 minutes and contact him. So it's probably 20 minutes. To all the people who are like, well, I want to do this. Guys, look how many people watched my screen share as I did this in real time. Check it out. 242 people watched my screen share, like watched my mouse move around, click on everything I needed to click on to find that deal. I do this every single day, 3 hours per day. It's up to you if you want to be in there. And then I'm going to take questions after this because a lot of people want to ask specific questions about this. But there's a link in my bio so that you can watch my screen share and come on stage for questions. Let me grab the proof of funds really quickly here. And then I can update proof of funds for you guys. I think I said I'd do that yesterday. I just ran out of time, or more so I forgot. So I've set up 2 deals in the past 2 days. One of them 15K profit with Harris, and then hopefully we can get this one just 20K below list. Is the Discord free? No, it's $19 a month. Bear with me. Bear with me. I'm going to update the proof of funds for you guys too, if I didn't already do that. And I'm going to keep the old one as the account that we have has significantly less after our trip overseas and buying the boat. So, this still has enough for most purchases you'll run into. 20% down. I mean, this unlocks a large amount. It's over $500,000 that you could purchased with this. So you can use both of them. You've got one that has $50,000 more right there, but there's a new one for you with today's date on it. And then we'll send that to the realtor too. And I'll say today's date top right. Okay. Now I'm just going to email him, and then we'll take questions. It's the last thing I'll do today. Email this guy, take some questions. Realtor, Florida. Do we have a phone number for him? Email. There's an email for him. Could that possibly be? Well, there's another phone number for him too. We got another phone. Okay. I'm going to call him again. We got another phone number right here.
Hello?
Hi there, Alberto.
Yes.
Hi, do you have a listing on East Brookmont? I'm not sure if I have the right agent right now. New list.
East Brookmont. Are you Richard?
I am Richard, yes. How'd you know?
Your voice, brother. I see you on TikTok all the time, bro.
Oh, wow. Well, hey, I want to get my contractor into this listing on East Brookmont. It has an Alberto with your phone number attached to it. I'm not sure if I have the right number, though.
Yeah, no, you don't, man. Are you live right now?
I am. Yeah. We're calling to find a fix and flip live right now.
That's cool, bro. That's cool, man. Nah, I watch your stuff, man. You guys are doing great. No, that's not my listing. I don't know how that number got mixed up.
No worries.
But no.
I can't get a hold of the realtor. You want a buyer's agent on it?
Well, you got someone interested or what?
Yeah. We want to take it down right now. I just texted the realtor. His phone number is green. Can't find an email for him. And when you search up his name, your number comes up. He's got the same name as you. His name is Alberto Rodriguez.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's also in Florida. So it's in Jacksonville. I don't know if you do any work there, but your license is the same. You can present offers in Jacksonville, right?
Correct.
Okay, maybe you can help me get a hold of the realtor through some MLS thing that I'm not aware of. I'll send you the listing. I just want to get a hold of him to send the contractor in to walk it so that we can make an offer with EMD day one.
All right, cool. Here, you can send it over.
Okay, cool. Thanks so much, man. I appreciate it. I'll text it over now.
Take care, brother. Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, I guess that works. We got another realtor in Florida who somehow knows me, and we'll use him as a buyer's agent. Hell, I don't care. His commission's paid for by somebody else already. Can't get a hold of agent. Looking to get contractor in, and buyer is in chat. And then we'll go ahead and, so this is a buyer's agent. Offer is $169,000. They're asking $189,000. I mean, I think it's super feasible. So he's going to get a hold of the agent for us. And realtors are really good at getting a hold of other realtors. So that'll be super helpful. But that's great. That's great. Realtor happened to know who I was. And then, oh gosh, I really wish I could get this guy's phone number so I could reach him myself and just let him know, like, hey, we're interested in your listing. Is there any? No, too new of an MLS listing, even for PropStream to know. This is another Alberto Rodriguez. It's not the right. Nah, it's not the right one, but I guess that's kind of like the Hispanic John Smith, isn't it? Let me do a little bit more digging, guys, because if I just want to get this guy's email. He's just. Let me ask the buyer's agent. Are you able to? Terms are non-refundable EMD day one. We'll do, I don't know, 1,500. Does 1,500 work? Hopefully 1,500 works. Inspection, no inspection, just contractor walkthrough. No inspection contingency, just contractor walkthrough, no concessions. Close in. Your lender can probably close. Still no cap, but can you close in 20 or 30 days? You're a Florida real estate broker? I'll find him on the MLS. Oh, huge. Yes, I would love that, Debbie. Debbie. Look at everybody helping me out with this. Debbie, I'm texting you right now. There's the address, and then I'm looking for his I mean, I've got his phone number. He didn't pick up the phone. I'm looking for an email right now. Close in 30 days. Close in 30 days. And then, great. So this realtor is going to help us out. So the random realtor I just called recognizes my voice, and now he's going to help us out. And he will be paid for this. He will be paid. Am I paying him? No. Is the buyer paying him? No. So who's paying the realtor? The seller pays for the buyer's agent. Isn't that ridiculous? See, the seller signs a listing agreement for 5 or 6%, right? Depending on what they negotiated. It could be 7%. But the seller's agent is only supposed to take about half to 60% of that, and the other half to 40% goes to a buyer's agent out of the seller's pocket, which is pretty cool. You know?
Richard, someone drops the email in the chat.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, this is so huge. Thank you so much. Is it... I'll just ask the other agent. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and write my email to him. So if you guys are curious what my email offer looks like, and then still no Kappa, can I get your email in my text so that I can include you on this? I'm looking for the damn address. Good evening, Alberto. My buyer's agent should... Oh, there's your email. Thank you. Got your email. Should be reaching out as well here, but I'd like to close on your Brookmont, your new listing on Brookmont. I hold 23 rentals, which I sent to you via text, and I'm running 3 other fix and flips now. You also have my proof of funds. I can close in 30 days, submit non-refundable EMD day 1, and I don't need an inspection contingency. I just need to walk through with my contractor. Okay. When and how would be the best way to walk the property prior to going under contract? I can just say walk the property. When and how would be the best way to walk the property? And it'll say my offer is likely at 100 well, we'll do 170. I'll reduce my fee by 1,000. My offer is likely at 170,000. Just need to confirm the condition I believe it's in. Regards. Drop this in here. Drop this in here. Linkify that thing. Linkify that. Yeah. Okay. Closing on or before 30 days. And then anything else? Contingencies, none. Shouldn't need any contingencies here. Contingencies, none. Contingencies, N/A. Okay. Hit him with the regards right here, and then your guys' questions are next. And then if you guys want this little template I did, less my portfolio here, although you do have that anyways. Here's my template. Its formatting is a little different here, but I'll drop a screenshot as well. And yeah, we're good to go. So we're good to go. Broker sell. Oh, I see a phone number, another phone number from this other agent. Agent's giving me another phone number ending in 61. Called that one, no response. MLS. Broker sell. Nice. I see a broker sell. Oh, shit. I forgot to add. I'm going to have to resend that email. I forgot to add the agent. What am I doing? I'm going to have to resend that. Oops. Disregard.
Hello, you have reached Kevin Evans, the managing broker of Watson Realty Corp on Hodges Boulevard. I'm not available right now, so if you could please leave me your name and number, and I'll get back to you right away. Thank you for calling, and I hope you have a great day.
Hi, Kevin. My name is Richard Taylor. I've reached out to the listing agent on this one. Haven't been able to get a hold of him. His name is Alberto. It's on your new listing on East Brookmont in Jacksonville, listed for $189 right now. I've sent you my proof of funds, portfolio, offer, and terms. I don't need an inspection period, and I can submit earnest money day one, non-refundable earnest money. I just need to get my contractor to walk the property to confirm the condition that we believe it's in now. I'm just seeing if you could nudge your agent here and see if they could get back to us, or maybe you could let them know that I sent them an offer. I've reached out via text and email, and I also have my buyer's agent reaching out to them as well. Hoping to get on this before anybody else does. Talk soon. Bye-bye. Is Zatgin valid? Yeah, bro. Zatgin is valid. Need to resend the email because my dumbass did not include the realtor's email. I just included Christopher's email. I need to not do that. Let's get his email. Somebody put it in the chat for me, I think. Where did that go? Alberto. Got you. Right there. And then Christopher, disregard if your name is Christopher, but disregard the first email. That's the second email. So portfolio contingencies, NA, on or before 30 days. Proof of funds, today's lender will fund entire purchase. And then we're good to go. I'm going to attach my phone number onto this just in case bro wants to call me. And that's how you do a wholesale deal start to finish. What's next? What would happen after this? If you're curious what would happen after this, what would happen after this would be realtor sends me a contract. I send a separate contract to the guy I did all of this for, and I get paid $10,000 in 30 days. What about closing? Who do I use for closing? Well, I use a company called Gold Key TC. They would close for me. The buyer wouldn't actually have to spend any money. His entire purchase price and assignment and closing costs will be funded by his lender the exact same way that our lender would fund the purchase price for me. So I have no problem paying assignments, and that's largely why other buyers have no problem paying assignments either. So he actually shared his lender with us. Let's see if there's any contact info for these guys. Would you mind sending like a contact for this as well? This is helpful, and I like this, but still no Kappa or Christopher, if that's your name. I would pop bottles on the boat. I don't drink, man. I don't drink. And then this guy hopefully will send me contact for his lender, and I'm going to throw this into lenders right now. Lenders, hard money lenders. We're going to grab this. So Temple View. This is called Temple View Capital. And then whoever has that info agent, whoever that agent was who knew you, can you send him you have his info. You guys are in a chat together. Yes, I found it. I'll add you to my contacts. Alberto Rodriguez. Okay, I've got you locked in, and then hopefully you can send me a phone number for that guy. Yeah, so that's a listing agent. That guy can list your property for you too. Now I'm just going to write this down in my little tracker sheet. Hopefully we can get this done. $80K profit right there for a fix and flip. Not my fix and flip, but offer $170K. Email and text sent. Buyer's agent reaching out. Okay. Here's Joseph. Hey, what's going on?
Calling you back.
Oh, I got a hold of Quaid. It's all good.
What was the issue?
I don't remember. Yeah, your buyer for one of our deals wants to get pictures of the inside.
Connor,
but we've already got an inspection, and seller doesn't want to let us.
I talked to Yusuf about it.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that was it. Then it's all good then.
And if this buyer wants to put up an issue, I just offer a different buyer on it because I know it's a good deal. So this buyer is just being a little extra.
Okay. No worries. Yeah, that was all. I think I got it handled with Quaid.
Great. Do you think I have time later on to send over some of those photos, those clips that we talked about earlier?
I haven't gotten a moment off yet. I'm still live right now. I'll probably end the live in 30 minutes, and then I'll see if I can remember to send those over to you.
Cool. Thanks, big dog. Talk to you soon.
All right. See you. Bye. And that's he's actually waiting to look over a property, so this would be a good package to let him look over. What do you mean? I'm gonna give you a call. Yeah, you can schedule me for a one-on-one via the link in my bio if you'd like. Hey, what do you mean?
No, go ahead. We talked earlier, and I was like, I'll send you some information of homes because I was going to find one. I sent it in chat. I didn't think he was going to see my chat, obviously. I think he was going to respond. I was going to find my own deal, and then I was going to send him a property. So the information that you sent me, I was going to send it to him so he can look over and say, like, oh, this is good, green light.
This is just a mentor agent of yours?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, yeah. Send him the package.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm happy to have somebody vet this information. These are all within 0.2 miles sold in the past year, so it should be good.
Yeah, no, for sure. But not even just a vet. He's the lender.
Oh, he's the lender. Oh, I thought this was the. Oh, he's okay. I was thinking this was your realtor or somebody who was like going to help you with this, and I was like, okay.
No. The realtor. That's why I said the guy who was in chat was like, oh, is this Richard? From
Yeah.
Have him be the buyer. I said, yeah. This is the guy from Temple.
When you say buyer, do you mean lender or buyer?
Lender. Like
Lender.
Like you're saying like the end buyer. Yeah, like he's the guy who's going to give me the money for all this stuff.
Okay, okay. I just wanted to make sure that you were the end buyer on this. It's fine if you have lending. I use lending too.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's still me, but yes.
Yeah, you're totally fine. You're totally fine. Okay, huge. Thanks so much for the connect. I appreciate it. Do you have a potential email for that guy too?
I thought I sent the number. Give me 1 second. I'll take a screenshot and send it to you. Okay, cool.
No worries. Thanks so much, man. We are going to get in contact with the realtor. I would call around and find some contractors on Google. Find one that sounds trustworthy, and then walk the property with them. They'll do the inspection for you and give you the rehab budget. And yeah, you should be good to go.
Okay, sounds good, buddy.
Absolutely. Yeah, talk soon, man. Bye-bye.
That's awesome.
Okay. Send email when you can. Okay. Well, this guy's I have the lender. I have that guy's lender, and I'm putting him in the chat, or not in the chat. He's in the hashtag hard money lenders tab. I will add his email when I get his email. I don't have his email right now, but we'll get it. So that lender that funds 100% LTV, that's in the chat right now. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Emails coming through right now. So let's speak to OB3. OB3, you want me to call your 17 unit guy right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it that phone number that's in my DMs, the most recent one?
Yeah. That's one we called last time we talked with the agents.
Okay. Bear with me. I'm going to throw in this. I got the email for this guy. Hard money lenders. Let's go ahead and throw in his email so you guys can apply for a loan. All right. All good. And 17 unit. 17 unit. Hopefully we can get a hold of him. It's not too late. So I've got a different phone number saved here. Is his name Joshua?
Yeah. Let me go back to, because there's two numbers, but the number one we called, it was the number we called last time we talked with him.
Okay, I see. I have a phone number, an iPhone for him in my phone saved with a phone number ending in 53.
Yeah, that would be his personal number too.
Yeah, the screen share and then asking questions and then working with you one-on-one like I'm working with this guy here. Yeah, it's $20 a month. Also the courses that explain everything. Okay, so should I call the phone number ending in 53 or should I call the phone number ending in 60?
Try 60, and then if it doesn't work, maybe try the second one you talked about.
My mentor is Cindy West. Yeah, I don't know who Cindy West is, but yes. Good. Cindy West, not sure who that is. But yeah, show her this deal. I'm sure she'll like it. All right, phone is ringing. What's his name again?
Joshua.
Joshua. I'll call both the phone numbers. Make sure.
Hey, good afternoon, Mr. Josh.
Hey, Josh, this is Richard Taylor. We had been speaking about the 17-unit multifamily in Houston.
Yeah, hey, Richard, how are you?
Doing well. Sorry, we've been playing some phone tag, and I was out of the country before that, so it's dragged along a little bit here. But I'm back now, and I can chat about this. I guess I was just following up on what your seller had thought about the offer we made him at $1.4 million.
Yes, no, it was a good offer. So let me see if I'm remembering correctly. It's been a while. He's sort of gone a little silent. He does that. He gets very frustrated about, offers not coming in the way he wants them, right? So
Sure.
we did briefly talk about yours a week ago, and I think what he said is, he said, look, if he's going to accept, 150,000, I think, did you come in at 0% down, or is that what you 0%?
I was the one who offered like 200 or 300 over the asking price, just over a 7-year period of time. But yeah, the interest rate is kind of in the principal, and the reason for that is because we have to take over the mortgage and then pay another $2,000 on top of that towards the seller.
Yeah.
But if we were to stack even a good interest rate of like 4 or 5% or even 6%, it's like 4 or 5K. So we just don't have room to structure it with the interest, so to speak. So what we did is we took the actual realized interest that he would keep, we put it on top of the principal and said, let's just create payments within here so that we can keep that payment where we need it to be to cash flow.
So, right. And if I remember correctly, okay, yeah. So that one, honestly, I need to revisit that because, what he said then was, okay, the only thing was if he's going to take that low, his biggest thing was just making sure that basically the equity in between is safe and secure, and he doesn't,
Yeah.
quote unquote get screwed out of it. So I already told him, look, he'll put a personal guarantee. I think he said, I got it, but then what he said was, if for only 150, he said it would have to be, and this is where I knew it would get a little challenging. He said it would be a situation where you're basically buying into the LP, and I think you said you want to use it for depreciation as well. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, there's a new structure. I don't even know if you can do a new structure. Whatever his idea was, okay, what it is you're putting down that 150, and then whatever that percentage is, 15% of whatever, is the exact amount of equity you would have. And then as you make those payments, you're literally buying, the equity structure changes payment by payment. Since it's straight equity pay down. And he then said that you'd also have to have, because of that, you obviously retain all control and operations, but you would have to have access to the account to make sure that the very first of every month, because it's Section 8, it does come in first of every month, right? That's going, first of all, to the $900K that he has, the debt.
Yeah, I think that's all. I think that's fine. I think we can do all that.
Yeah.
So we'll just so here's what I'll do. We'll use a deed of trust and a promissory note, and the deed of trust will forfeit my right to a foreclosure, and the promissory note will acknowledge my forfeiture. What I mean by that is, sometimes you have a deed of trust and it comes to litigation, and then they're like, well, I didn't know what I was agreeing to. I'm going to sign a separate document saying, I understand what we're agreeing to. This is the way that it's going to be. And then we'll use a third-party trustee to grant them the property back upon 2 months of missed payments. So that means that I'll already give them a power of attorney to take the property back, and I won't even be the decision maker for that. The third-party trustee will. And then as far as him wanting to be notified of payments and all of that, we can use a servicing company that sends him an email every single time payments are made or not made.
Okay. I like the sound of that. Let me get back with him. The truth is, he's not. I sent him a couple of emails about a few other things, some more activity. He's not responded, so I've been sort of dreading the call.
That's okay.
As a broker, you know how it can be. Sometimes you have to call, and it's because he wants you to call, and basically he'll yell at me a little bit. But I will go back, because I know we did talk. In full transparency, you were number 2 behind another group, but that other group, I think, pissed him off more than anything. So I need to, really, like, it was a situation where they were going to get him out the debt, but then they were talking about second position, third, like all this weird stuff. So
I know. Yeah, that's a Morby method. They wanted to big down payment, nice big down payment, but lender goes in first, your client goes in second. Yeah. Don't want to do that. Get it. Okay. So I'll tell you what, I'll send you those two things that I think are agreeing to what he's asking for. One, deed of trust to forfeit right to foreclosure, promissory note acknowledging forfeiture, and then third-party trustee to activate the quitclaim, which gets them the property back upon 2 months of missed payments, and then notified by payments with the servicing company.
Perfect. If you could, that would be great for me too.
Great. Let me text that. Is this a good number to text?
No. The one where we were texting on.
Oh, I have that. I see the iPhone.
Yeah.
Okay. I see that now. Let me go ahead and just write a little. Is it okay to text it?
Yep. Perfect.
Okay, great. Thanks so much, Joshua. I'll send it over now.
Okay, thanks, Richard.
Talk soon. Bye-bye. Hey. Keep it PG-13. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and say, one, we can use a deed of trust to forfeit my right to a foreclosure. This deed of trust will activate upon 2 months of missed payments. 2, we'll sign a promissory note acknowledging my deed of trust. 3, we'll use a third-party trustee to activate the return of the property so that it's not based on me upholding my word. 4, we'll use a servicing company that emails your client when payments are missed/not made. 5, in addition to property being returned in 2 months, I'm happy to give your client $50 per day in late fees while the 2-month clock is ticking. Okay. He is super protected here. I will continue to follow up with him, but he's super protected here.
Thanks so much, Richard, man. I appreciate you for that, man.
Absolutely.
Get that deal closed, man. That'd be dope.
Hoping. Your agent is a gem, man. He's awesome. Really like him. So we'll continue to follow up. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thanks so much, Rich. Appreciate you.
You too. Bye-bye. Next is going to be a Mr. Omar. Hi, Omar.
Hello, Richard. How are you doing?
Doing well. We have a deal in closing, Pinehurst and Auburn, or is that somebody else?
No, it's me. Hopefully you get closed. So I got a potential seller finance deal. I just DM'd you the address. I think this is the realtor first time doing seller financing. He's asking a lot of questions about the terms and whether the IRS allows 0% interest loan and about the benefits and how the whole process works. If you're open to it, I would really appreciate if you could hop on a call with him. He needs someone who can walk him through the process and answer his question. If that is okay with you, of course.
I'll do it tomorrow. I'll bring you up tomorrow and do it. It's getting a little late for a call. Tomorrow at 1:45 p.m., remind me to bring up Omar.
Okay.
I'll bring you up tomorrow, okay? And Patrick wants
Sounds
to go.
good.
Tomorrow at 1:50 p.m., remind me to bring up Patrick.
Okay. I added bring up Patrick for tomorrow.
Solid skills. That's what my Discord is for, man. These guys showing me deals and having me call their realtors to solve objections and issues. Great. I'm happy to do that, but that's for people in the Discord, man. That's what the $20 gets you. The courses and the live demonstrations every single day, the community and every other resource like the lenders or the phone call recordings or the scripts or the email template, just all of it together, you know? Anyways, next we'll speak to Mr. Francis. Hi, Francis. Hey, I can't quite hear you.
You hear me better now?
Yes. How's it going?
Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay, a few things. All right. Well, you talked about the Jacksonville guy first. Now that we mentioned this on this live, I wanted to mention I have a multifamily duplex. It's in Dispo right now. So if your one doesn't go through, maybe because this girl was not finding a buyer for that deal.
Okay.
It's already in Dispo. So just wanted to throw that out there, and I wanted to review quickly with you, brother. There's a possible seller finance deal I have in hands with no monthly payments on a 5-year balloon. I wanted you to look it out. The situation is that this is a small town, and let me share you the address. Maybe you could look at it and
what's
see.
the address, man?
One sec. Let me go to the chat real quick. Richard. Okay, it's right there on your DM.
Okay. Let me check this out now. Small town is not a problem if it's seller finance. It just can't be the middle of nowhere.
Okay, the thing with this one is that the owner, she got married about 2 years ago, so none of the units are occupied. It's all vacant. We're talking about one apartment, 2 beds, 1 bath, and another one, 3 beds, 1 bath. And there's a commercial spot, bringing a total of 3,200 once it's totally rented.
Okay. Tell me about your terms.
So here's the terms. No monthly payments for 5 years. A 5-year balloon, no monthly payments. And she wants 20 down. We pay closing costs. And the realtor, it's I negotiated 3% for the realtor, 4,500. Pay closing costs and give her 20 down. 5-year balloon, no monthly payments for 5 years.
Okay, 5 years. I was responding to a comment. Can you repeat the structure one more time?
Okay, structure would be asking price 150, right? Wants 20,000. We pay the closing costs. We pay the agent 3%, which is 4,500, I believe, and no monthly payments. 5-year balloon.
I mean, that's good. That's a good deal, man. You have no monthly payments for 5 years, and your down payment is $20K on 150.
Yeah, no monthly payments for 5 years. So it would be 20,000 plus the closing costs plus the 3% of the realtor.
Oh, so we also got to stroke 5K to the realtor, huh? So 25K down.
Yeah, so she wanted 50K, man, because she says, "Hey, listen, I don't want to deal with it. That's why I'm not renting it because I'm not there. I'm in the Caribbean with my husband. So if somebody can take over, well, that's great. But I want 50 down." I said, "Well, man, we could do 15." So she came back with, "Look, why don't you do 20? Pay the closing costs and pay the realtor, and we'll put it on the contract 5 years, no payments."
Okay, I think it's acceptable. But that's going to assume that we don't have to do any rehab here.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, we'll have to do the inspection, obviously, and see if inspection goes through perfectly, right?
Okay. I think something's there for sure. No payments is a rare term. That's a rare term. My only other question here is, what is your purchase price?
150.
Okay. All right. So I'm just concerned about the down payment being 25 on 150. And that's only because 5,000 people live in the town and there's really no towns near it. Like if you look up Center, Texas, and you go to maps on that, it's deep, man. It's deep. There's just the nearest town is Shreveport in Louisiana, and then Tyler. Tyler is also a small town. I own in Tyler. So this thing is deep, dude. It is deep. There's
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's what I wanted to ask you, because I said, hey, maybe this one's not going to work because it's so small. But since there's no monthly payments for 5 years, let's say there's about $300 in management, there's going to be about $2,500 left per month, right? Out of a deal like this. So if you do that times 12, well, I mean, that's in 5 years, you get about over 150.
Yeah, you get your down payment back. The numbers are really great. And even though you have a high down payment, the cash flow still supports that down payment. My biggest concern with your deal is high down payment, rural, but seller finance definitely supports that. And I can see that some people live here. It is definitely very deep. I don't even think the Google car goes out here. Let me look up the address. Is the Google car go? Oh no, they go out here. Very deep, but people live here, and you know, I think it's worth shooting our shot. I think it's worth shooting our shot. You know, if I were you, I wouldn't say like, yes, this is a done deal, this is going through definitively, but I would say that there's potential for this, and just keep in mind that if it doesn't go through, it's largely because of the down payment and the location. If your down payment were 15K, I'd have a lot more confidence, but it's 25. And then another thing that would give me a lot more confidence is being closer to a place where people live.
I tried to negotiate 15, but she's like, nah, 15 is too low. I tried my best, but yeah, like, you know, I'm not really, you know, kind of, you know, pushing it for it to happen. If it happens, it happens. If not, I'm good. You know, I'm at least I'm putting in the work and trying to make things happen.
Right.
I'm happy for that.
Good mindset. Yeah. Lock it up. If there's anything you can do to lower the down payment, I'd get it done.
Great. I'll try, but if not, I'll just submit it through, and if it works, awesome. If not, I'll keep pushing. And I wanted to ask you if there's a possibility when you were doing all the comp thing with this Jacksonville deal, I believe it will help a lot of us. Maybe if you could kind of clip that part where you started comping everything, because well, for me personally, I think I need to learn a little bit more towards the comping side.
Yeah.
The properties.
So I have
awesome if you that part, man.
I've got a 2-hour course specifically on that. It may be about an hour and 10. But I've got a I'll put it in the chat. # fix and flip. So have you taken this? Get started fix and flips?
Yeah.
I would take the get started fix and flip course. Or is this the actual fix and flip course? This might be the actual fix and flip course. Let me see if we have a Oh, did they delete that? Oh, you know, my team does all kinds of fun things that I didn't approve, but this looks like the actual fix and flip course. Because we have a course on flipping houses. They're going to play an ad for me. Oh no. Tell me we're not doing incompetent things. I hate incompetent things. Okay, hold on, guys. I think my team was like, you know what? What if we delete all your work? What about that? What do we think about that? Oh, please tell me we didn't do that. Hey guys, super important. It looks like my fix and flip course got deleted. I am in the Discord right now, and I can see that there's only a get started fix and flips, which is how to like fix and flip houses, but there's also how to wholesale fix and flips. And I think that got maybe we were just like maybe just got deleted or something. So I'm hoping that we can throw that thing back in there because get started cash. Hold on. Never mind. It's right there. Oh, good. They didn't delete my hard work. Good. That took me so long to make. Get started cash. Lexi, are you serious? Are you? Yeah, get started cash.
Okay.
This, gotcha. Yeah. Here we go. All right. I found it. Okay.
All right, my man. So yeah, those were my questions, and I do appreciate it. I'll keep pushing and see if these two deals I have, one in Dispo, I'll try to put this one in. I'll try to negotiate a little bit lower than what we talked about. If not, I'll put it through and wait to see what happens, man. Thank you very much, Rich.
Absolutely. What's up, Mike? How you doing?
I'm good, brother. How was your leg day?
It was actually really pleasant. Rather than what I've been used to. I feel like it was pretty pleasant. Pretty good.
that, bro. Hey, I sent you an address, brother. It's actually an on-market deal, something I don't really do, but I made an offer because I saw a price cut, and I said, why not?
Okay, let's see it.
So she wants me to send a contract. I'd rather just go with the numbers with you, and you tell me if it's worthy of signing or not.
Okay, checking. East 117th.
Yes,
Great. Checking this. Duplex, light rehab,
right.
or yeah, light, very light, occupied. Probably not a rental because it's going to need some work. Buyers would probably have a shit fit at the inspection, even though I know it's not that bad, but mainly exterior work. They'd be like, well, I can't buy this because I have to lift a finger. And then I'd be like, oh, right.
You kind of just answered my question then, brother, because she's like, no, the pictures are not true. The property doesn't need work. And I'm like, I don't think we can pass appraisal or inspection with our lender, but I'll talk to my team. She wants 105.
Well, I'd say these are the standout things. Your cash on cash is probably phenomenal. I bet it's phenomenal. I don't even have to ask at this point, but these are the standout things. We can literally see where the fascia fell off the house. So we can see the fascia on the ground. So we can see right here on the front, the shingle. These are not big issues. These are things we just need concessions for. So they re-shingled the house with siding. They put siding over the shingles because the shingles underneath are destroyed. Fine, we can hide the destroyed shingles. However, missing gutters on the ground, fascia, these are not deal breakers, but these are things that the buyer is going to say, we need a concession for this. Your windows, however, look newer. Your windows look newer. And yeah, the inside of the house, it's just lived in. You know, it's just lived in. It doesn't look to be that bad. Another thing that catches my attention, just little stuff like this right here. I'm gonna go ahead and take a screenshot. Like the toilet paper holder just being drilled into the wall, and the water damage that we're seeing in the shower, where it's kind of going through that drywall there. You can see that they've just kind of smeared over it. That's all fine. We just need a concession. So I would say, hey, here's what's going to happen. We're going to send the buyer in. They're going to submit EMD. And then about a week from now, they're going to say, hey, we found about $10,000 worth of rehab and we want a concession for that. And I just want to let you know that this price works, the numbers work, everything's good. In fact, you might be able to go up on price. Maybe you can go a little higher on price so that they get that money back. You know, what are you saying on this? What price?
So she wanted 115. I said 105 is the best we can do. She also wanted her commission paid. I said we don't do that. We represent ourselves. So she took it, right? But that's kind of where I was like, man, I did myself dirty there because I'm sure they're going to want concessions off the way the property looks.
We'll come up to 110 and then say, hey, we 10K concession, and the concession is in a percentage. So 110 and then times 0.08 is 8,800 times 0.09 is 9,900. So 110,000, 9% concession. They're getting 5K back. It's like they're taking 5K off. And then that will really help. And we don't even have to tell the buyer about it. We can just say, oh yeah, we got it. And they had already agreed to it. Because I'm worried that they're going to say, well, we want a concession on the concession, because that's some shit that they would do. So let's get the concession, not tell them about it, and be like, oh yeah, we've already got that. So we'll just knock it out of the way immediately, because I know it's going to come in.
Now, would you say I should tell her this before I send another contract clearly? I'd be like, hey, I just want to be clear with you. We need 9% concession.
I would just tell them, I would send them those pictures and be like, hey, your mechanicals look okay. Your furnace looks okay. Everything looks good. However, the shingles you can see are busted under, and we have to reside this front of the house, which is fine, but you got to get high up there on a ladder, and that's kind of more expensive. And I'd find everything you possibly can to nitpick the property. And I'd say, because we have to let them know that we're wholesaling, this is stuff that's going to come up from the lender. They're going to ask us to fix this stuff. And usually we want it fixed with a concession. So I think that we can come up 5K on the purchase. We can go up on the purchase, but then we probably need to get a concession that results in us getting 10K kicked back to us to manage these renovations.
Well, brother, I'll go ahead and work on that. I guess, thank you for that. The last question I have for you, I was trying to generate a contract on Wholesaling Group. I see it just generates the PDF. Do we no longer have the feature where like it sends it to your TC signs it back to us?
I'm gonna put you in a chat. Oh, like the thing in Buy Box Cartel that used to be there, right? That's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
technically still in buy box cartel, but we kind of made it harder to find. That's technically still there, the contract request thing. I don't think anybody uses it, and I don't know what will happen if you push it through. But I tell you what, I can sign your contract for you if I
And I know that. I know that. I totally trust you there. It's more I have other students, and then sometimes I tell them, "Oh, you can do it on buy box." And they're, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Oh."
Right.
I know I used to do it last year when I was working on market. But I don't really like to tell people that I'm going to get you to sign contracts because that's a lot of work.
Short answer is it's still there and it's still functioning. I don't know if it's manned though. I don't know if there's still a team behind it. The best answer is the contract generator right now, but
and then they would sign it.
Yeah, they sign it because here's the issue. You have the VAs manage the incoming contracts, right? And as much as we want the VAs to be as analytical as we are about good deal, bad deal, they aren't because they're not actually wholesalers. They're employees. And they approve things that are like, dude, why did you sign that? That's just so bad. And I was looking at deals that we had put our name on and our liability on, and it's just terrible. And then the EMD clock is ticking, and then people were like, "I'm gonna sue you for the EMD." I'm like, "Oh shit, bro! Oh shit! I gotta slow this down." So we didn't turn it off, but we kind of hit it a little bit and replaced it with the contract generator. With that said, you can always come up on stage and bring a student up, and if he truly has a good deal, I'm happy to sign that for him.
I appreciate that, brother. Cool. Yeah, and just to give you that update, we are supposed to close tomorrow, if not by Thursday, on 269. Obviously, we didn't close on Friday because you found out what happened with the team. One of the TCs that was handling the deal.
One of my TCs handling 20 files quit, and I don't know. I don't necessarily blame her. Honestly, processing this many deals per month is an absolute nightmare, and she might have just realized I don't want this.
Yeah, it's okay, bro. The seller's really nice. Like when he asked me what's going on, I was just transparent, and he appreciated that. So I'm not really worrying there. So I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Yeah. Sorry about that, Jesmar. That was Faye. I don't have anything negative to say about her because I don't know what happened. But what I do know is that I have to remind Lexi to go to bed because she'll be up at like 2 a.m. responding to real estate questions. I'm like, dude, please sleep.
I'll piggyback on that, bro. She was great. There's nothing negative on that either.
Well, maybe I can get her to come back. We'll see. Anyways, thanks, Mike. I promised 2 wheel spins, didn't I? Didn't I promise 2 wheel spins? I had to head out yesterday. I'll spin the wheel twice. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it here. Just signed up, hyped. Okay, make sure that you show up. Oh my gosh. Wow. Make sure that you show up to the live streams. Okay. It's sitting on free AirPods right now. Let's really hope and pray that it doesn't land on free AirPods because that would suck pretty bad. All right, let's let it rip. Free one-on-one. Free one-on-one. 30-minute free one-on-one? Oh my goodness. That's our first thing. What's our second thing? So that's 30 minutes of my time one-on-one for you for free. Oh my God, what is it going to be? And dinner on me. Dinner on me. Dinner on me is dinner on me. I will. How do I enter this? I'm going to ask some questions in the chat. So what are we giving away today? I'm giving away 30 minutes of my time, and I'm going to DoorDash you dinner. We cannot have the same winner for 2 items, different winners. Third bathroom break of the day, and then we will do the giveaway. Now, for everybody in TikTok, remember, this is for the Discord, guys. This is for the Discord. I do this daily for the Discord. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. Give me 1 sec. All right. All right. Ugh. So how do I pick my giveaways? How do I pick my giveaways? Remember, guys, give them your money and you can enter to win a giveaway. Not quite. Not quite. More so, give me your money and I will give you access to 7 hours of classes per day, courses, and a ton of other resources. Remember, pretty much everything in our life costs money, right? And the only thing that keeps us from being offended that things cost money is that these are valuable items. So I've always kind of been of the thought process that if I prove to you that I can make $10,000 with a couple phone calls, maybe 10, maybe 20 phone calls, isn't it worth it to learn how to do that? Because if I can't prove it and I can't give you addresses, I'm not talking about showing you and having conversations with people. I'm talking about addresses and then holding up the check. If I can prove that to you, isn't it worth it to learn how to do it? Because that is what's going on here. Anyways, let's do the giveaway. Now, the giveaway is not what you're signing up for. That's just something nice that we do here, guys. The community popped off and it makes enough money such that we can just give away things now. So that's what we're doing. Anyways, what am I going to do here to give this away? Well, let's do a location trivia and then a real piece of trivia. We'll do the real trivia first. And let me think about the real trivia here. I like this one. For prize 1, what's the capital of Norway? Prize 1. What's the capital of Norway? Also, is that the capital of Norway? I'm not sure. Norway capital. Also, that's right. So the first guys, flag the person who you think won. I think Mora won. Now, Mora, at this point in time, I don't reckon you can have 30 minutes of my time anytime. I don't care. I don't reckon 30 minutes of my time is super important. You want the other one? You want the I bet somebody else. I bet somebody else really wants the 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll take the dinner.
Okay, so we'll DoorDash for you. I'll tell you what, while I'm doing the next giveaway, DoorDash me the restaurant in your location, your address, and then your order, okay?
All right. Is there a price limit?
You just don't go insane and you're good. You know.
I'm kidding. I got you.
Just you know, whatever normal is for you, whatever. It doesn't have to be super cheap. I mean, I'm hoping it's not Nobu.
No, some other sushi's not.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be sushi. That's fine. It could be sushi. I don't care. Yeah, just not Nobu. Okay. And then for our next giveaway, which is going to be for the 30-minute one-on-one, I said we'll do a location. Let's figure out a nice little location. Yeah, how about this one? Okay, I've got a location. Tell me where this is. What I need the city. I need the city here. Where is this? Yeah, low-hanging fruit, guys. It's not Seattle, not Milwaukee, not Mexico City. That's also Norway. That's the exact same place. AW28. Yes. That is also Norway. Look at their interesting architecture. Okay. Well, we have our 2 winners. AW28, you have 30 minutes of my time. I'm going to go ahead and change your phone number in my phone to that. AW28. Aiden, one-on-one. And then just Aiden, whenever you want to do that, just text me, call me, bug me about it. You've got my phone number.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Just let me know when. That's free. 30 minutes, okay?
Sounds good. Yep, thank you.
All right, guys, we'll do more tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and DoorDash Mora some snacks. And, dude, Covington and Detroit might be nice for that guy that we talked to yesterday. Harris, I think.
Yeah, but there's no good sushi spots on DoorDash. Let me just get some Raising Cane's, all right? I'll take it easy on you.
Dude, Raising Cane's is fire. I wish
I'm addicted to Cane's.
I wish I could eat that right now, man. Okay, so let me just, yes, give me an address. Probably not sending it to Covington. I can send it to Covington if you like, though. Dude, I'm gonna order you an absurd amount of Raising Canes. It's gonna be too much. So go call your friends, bro.
Holy shit! I'll take that.
I need an address, dog. I need an address. Where am I shipping this to? Or DoorDashing from elsewhere?
All right, let me give you my Addy.
Bro's like, just guess. It'll get to me.
Yeah, I can probably look up the restaurant address.
I don't need the restaurant's address. I need your address. Is this your address?
Yeah, just put it in there.
Okay, cool.
DMs.
DoorDash from the restaurant to the restaurant. Leave at door. No code or anything. You live in a big gated community.
Oh no, they'll call me. I'll be fine.
Okay. Raising Canes, 1.6 miles. All right. Can I just order like 3 large things, or you got some specific things?
I mean, I was fine with like one combo, but shit, if you're offering it out.
All right, we've got you with a sandwich we got you with a sandwich combo with fries, and boom, and then we got you with the chicken sandwich, and then we got you with the caniac combo too. So that's probably like enough for like maybe 4 people.
Yeah, I got that. I can eat I can eat all that.
Drink choice. It needs another drink. No drink. There's already a big drink on there. All right. I mean, dude, don't eat all of this. You're gonna get sick.
I appreciate it. I'll send you a picture.
Dude, 50. Yeah, send me a picture, bro. It's kind of a lot.
Give me a fucking mukbang.
You've got multiple combos and a sandwich and a drink. All right. All right. $57 actually gets you a lot at Raising Canes, guys, if you're curious. And what's more, I didn't have to pay for it. The company's going to refund me for that. It's excellent. Okay. Well, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And we shall catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.